Hey there, responders and RMPs. Chrissy Brooks with Northern Plains Health and Safety. We are going to go through this week's hypothetical. So let's jump right in. So we are going to work through our decision tree. So make sure you've got your decision tree copy that is updated November of 2023. Excuse me, October of 2023. So this is our situation. A box with an organic peroxide label is leaking on the floor in a trailer. A small amount of liquid is leaking and is spreading on the floor from this box. There are no fumes that irritate the skin, visible fumes, smoke, or irritating odors. Answer the questions below based on this scenario. So which box is the decision tree going to lead us to? Well, let's go through our decision tree. So, revised October 2023 leaking package decision tree for designated responders. Small package. Is the leaking package generating heat, smoke, visible fumes, vapors, irritating the skin or eyes in any way, or leaking too large of a quantity to absorb or neutralize with available supplies? No, it says it's leaking a very small amount. So, does the package have a diamond hazard label? Yes, it does. So we're going to move on to our next box. Is the package bearing a diamond hazard label with one of these materials prohibited in the UPS small package system? Explosive 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4b, 1.4f, or 1.4g, blasting agent 1.5d, inhalation hazard 2 or inhalation hazard 6, poison gas 2, spontaneously combustible 4, poison 6 or toxic 6, radioactive 7, yellow 2 and yellow 3, or fizzle 7. Again, that's going to be all no. Is the package bearing a diamond hazard label with one of these materials in the UPS small package system? Explosive 1.4C, 1.4D, 1.4E, 1.4S, or 1.6N. Dangerous when wet 6, infectious substance 6, radioactive 7, white 1, or does the package contain spilled mercury? Again, all no. Can you determine by any visible means, label, shipping records, etc., that the package contains a household product such as paint, personal care products, or common household chemicals? No, organic peroxide is actually a kind of dangerous chemical, so I don't keep it around in my house. Hopefully you don't either. So that is going to end us up right here in our yellow box, and our yellow box tells us pathogen related spill must be handled by the UPS designated responders. Refer to the appropriate response sheet for hazards and PPE. Follow response action steps to clean up the spill. If SCB is required but not available, do not attempt to clean up this spill. Follow the chain of command and notify your environmental coordinator. So we ended up in our yellow box. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that one. And which response sheet or containment sheet did we utilize for this spill? Well, I'm going to go to my response sheet tab here, and I'm going to try to find one that has that organic peroxide label on it. And here we are, page number 10. So page number 10 has got your organic peroxide and oxidizers on it. So I'm going to mark that one and go on here to our next step. So let's read the organic peroxide, because reading through our hypotheticals helps us to kind of predict what's going to be going on in situations. These are situations that could potentially happen in our buildings. So this is just helping prepare you, kind of take that anxiety of responding in an actual emergency situation out of it, because you feel prepared, you've been through this page, and you kind of know what's going to be happening. So let's go ahead and read through it today. Organic peroxide. Hazards. Contact may cause irritation or burns to the skin or eyes, may be poison if it's inhaled or swallowed. Oxidizers and organic peroxides are not flammable, but they may cause other materials to burn. The material may be toxic as well as an oxidizer. Fire may produce irritating or poisonous gases. Do not absorb oxidizers or organic peroxides with activated carbon or clay-based absorbent. Use only Zepsorbent. So that's a very important one. We are only using ZEP if we have an oxidizer or an organic peroxide. Personal protective equipment is going to be goggles, boots, apron, and gloves. If you have an irritating odor, smoke, or visible fumes that is affecting your eyes, nose, or throat, then we must use SCBA. Response steps. Keep all sources of ignition away from substances. Prevent liquid from coming into contact with other boxes or flammable materials. If it's a solid, clean up the spilled material. Do not absorb. No absorbent is required for solids. Liquids, do not use absorbent or clay-based absorbent on hydrofluoric acid spills. Tear off approximately 5 inches of pH meter tape and immerse in the spilled liquid. Match the pH indicator tape to the closest color on the pH tape dispenser. If the test indicates that the spilled material is an alkaline or an acid, not in the 6 to 9 range, carefully apply sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate mixed with acids produces a fizzing reaction. However, when mixed with alkalines, there is no fizzing reaction. Retest the spilled material with the pH tape to ensure that the pH is within the neutral range of 6 to 9. If the pH is not within the neutral range, carefully apply more sodium bicarbonate. And then retest until the spilled material is neutralized. Spills containing hydrofluoric acid, continue to add sodium bicarbonate to absorb and solidify the material. So if it's something that contains hydrofluoric acid, we are solidifying it with sodium bicarbonate instead of ZEP or clay-based. ZEP and clay-based will react with hydrofluoric acid. To avoid any potential reactions, use only ZEP absorbent until all liquids are absorbed and the proper ZEP consistency is met. Stir with wooden stirring stick until mixture appears dry. If possible, separate any organics such as cardboard or packing material into a separate DMP bag. This is the step that's going to prevent you from having to perform the wetting protocol that we talked about. So if you separate your combustibles from the actual material, hopefully you won't have to do the wetting protocol on an oxidizer or an organic peroxide. Because this material may cause the packing box to ignite, move the material and packing box to an area that will be safe if it were to catch fire. Place the absorbed material into a lined spill tray using a plastic shovel, fiber broom, and/or a plastic dustpan. Ensure that all spill residue is removed from the spill location. Transport the package to the package service center for further processing. Waste disposal and decontamination. Process liquids containing hydrofluoric acid through the DMP as a liquid. For containers that have spilled and cannot be closed, add sodium bicarbonate to neutralize, absorb, and solidify remaining hydrofluoric acid. Sodium bicarbonate mixed with acids produces a fizzing reaction and has the potential of off-gassing. This is a normal reaction. UPS small package designated responders shall refer to the waste disposal flowchart for proper disposition of the package contents and contaminated package debris. Salvageable portion of any package with hazardous material shipping papers must be repacked in a salvage drum and returned to the shipper. All non-waste must be properly bagged and labeled before disposing of in the trash. Refer to the decontamination checklist after the response and disposal process is completed. Decontaminate any areas of the body or equipment that may have been exposed by utilizing the decontamination checklist. So that's a lot of steps for an oxidizer or an organic peroxide that maybe we wouldn't take if we weren't grabbing our decision tree. So we want to make sure that we're grabbing our decision tree with every single damage so that if we end up with one of these 2 diamond hazard labels, we are not putting ourselves and our coworkers into an immediate danger to life and health situation. So make sure we're following that response sheet. So signing into ETT with your own username and token, hopefully you can answer yes to this. If not, talk with your health and safety supervisor. They have simplified the process extensively, so we can get you in fairly quickly. Also, do you know how to get to the quick reference guide and show your most current waste disposal flowchart? Remember, on your main ETT page, once we click on our hazmat input, click on data entry US, it's going to be right up there in that top right hand corner, Operator's Quick Reference Guide. All right, so we're going to say yes to that one. Moving on to our next screen, here is our waste disposal flow chart. So let's go through it. We've got an organic peroxide. So spilled or leaking package, liquid or powder, or surrendered to the DMP. Yes. Did it spill outside of a vehicle, enter a drain, or does it have reportable quantities on the shipping papers? All no. Does the spilled product contain one of these categories? Contains nicotine or other acute hazardous waste, biohazard substance or biomedical waste, pressurized cylinder, DEA controlled substance, pharmaceuticals, or explosives? No. Are the contents verified as non via ETT? Again, no, it's got a diamond hazard label on it. Is the sum of the remaining liquids of the same product 3 gallons or more, or giving off a noxious odor, or hydrofluoric acid? No, we don't have any of those. Follow the applicable DMP procedures listed in the Operator's Quick Reference Guide, Table of Contents, based on the facility's generator status. So we would end up in our bottom green box, which is the one that mentions our facility generator status. So we're going to check mark that one. And 2 more questions. Can you find a copy of a previously submitted DMN and ETT? If you cannot, please reach out to your health and safety soup. They can show you how to do it, or reach out to me. I have a PowerPoint that will tell you exactly how to do it step by step, click by click. Last one, does you, typo, do you have access to the team email account for your facility? If you do not, again, your health and safety soup is really your answer person. They can get you access to all of these programs and the emails. So get in touch with them and they will help you out. And then it's our last slide already. So we're going to input our information here. And we're going to drop down our division. I spend most of my time in Omaha and in the Elkhorn Valley building. Then we're going to hit submit. And once we end up on this screen, we are all done with our hypothetical and we get to call it a day. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and everybody have a great rest of your day.